So then this is the trade that we took today. As you can see, it's a short position. So if I jump into the 15-minute quickly, show you what I was looking at. So we've got our Asia session marked out here, as you can see. And we can see that during Asia session and coming into London session, we can see we had this strong bearish push to the downside. After seeing that, I was then looking for a continuation trade to the downside, possibly targeting these previous daily lows that we had here. So my original plan was going to be to take my fib from this high to this low here, and I was going to enter off the OTA like this, stops there, and then I was going to be targeting just a 1 to 2, just like that, which would have been also a nice trade and TP would have got hit. However, when I was looking at doing that, price had already come up to my zone, so I couldn't enter my normal limit position, as like I said, price was already at my zone. So that's when I dropped down to a lower time frame, and in this case it was the 2-minute, just because I wanted to see some more confirmation, as like I said, we was already at a zone, so I just wanted to see a bit more confirmation. So I was looking on the 2-minute, marked out this low here, that I wanted to see broken and closed below. As you can see, we did do that, closed below. So I actually used this instead, as this indicated that price did want to carry on down from this point. So I took my fib from this swing high to this swing low, where price started to reverse and come back up. And then, as you can see, marked up my OTE level and set my sell limit literally just below the OTE level here. As you can see, we got wicked in very nicely, with literally no drawdown whatsoever. And then yeah, we can see we started to push down. One of the reasons, well, the main reason pretty much why this was my biggest trade was because I stopped being a little bitch and I risked 2% instead of 1%. You don't want to be in these evaluation phases for any longer than you need to be. So yeah, started to risk 2% now. I just don't see the point of risking 1% and just taking longer basically. I'd rather just risk 2%. If I fail, I fail. And obviously there's a much higher chance of getting it past quicker. Obviously if you know how to trade and you have a set plan and set strategy. So anyway, like I said, we got tapped in, started to push down. I came to about halfway, about 3% in profit. That's when I moved my stops to break even, and then just let the rest of the trade run. And as you can see, we came down and hit our full TP, which was a 1 to 3. And like I said, because I was risking 2%, that was a really nice plus 6% on this trade. And as I was around break even in my account, then that has just put my account to a nice 6% in profit now. So as you can see, I could have easily held this trade to this sell side liquidity, or even this previous daily low, and that would have got my account past today in this trade. However, there's no need to be greedy. I was happy with my 1 to 3 RR. So that was my trade that I took today. Let me know in the comments what you think about it, and if you would take this trade as well. Like I said, I'm 6% up, so I'm perfectly fine if that's us done for the week and if we don't get any more trades. But if we do get any more valid setups, then I'm just going to do the same, risk 2%, and if it's a win, then that'll be the account passed, and if it's a loss, that's fine. But yeah, we'll see what the rest of the week holds for us really.